Hi, I'm Ashley, and today I am making Clean Out Your Pantry granola bars. So I am going to start with some ingredients I have pre-measured. This is 2 cups of oats. I like to get my oats locally from Doubting Thomas Farms, but any kind of rolled oat will be okay here. And then I have some nuts that I've been trying to use up, so I've got pistachios and pecans in here. This is 1 cup already mixed. And then I love coconut, so I always have coconut on hand. This is a cup of shredded coconut. Both of these would be optional. Whatever you have in your pantry would work. So I am going to take the measured out ingredients, pop them into my cookie sheet here, my cake pan, and then these are going to go in the oven. I gotta stir it up now, and then maybe once or twice while it's baking. I have a gas convection oven, so I'm doing it at 325 for about 8 minutes. You just want to get that nice toasty, brings out that nuttiness flavor, and it really kind of enhances the oats. If you have an electric oven, you probably want to bump this up to 350 for maybe even 12 minutes. Just don't burn it, and occasionally stir this. So the timer just went off. I'm going to take the oats, nuts, and coconut out of the oven. Give it just one more little shake. And then from here, all we're going to do is toss it into a bowl. Shake that last of that out. And then I also like to add ProBiotein. This is a multi-prebiotic fiber. I love prebiotics. They're just so good for your tummy. I love how I feel when I'm eating them. I also like baking with them because it just makes this flavor a little bit richer, a little bit more complex. So I've added a half a cup of this, and I'm just going to stir it up. So this is that prebiotic blend. It comes from a company called Food First. Food is your first medicine. You can get it at probiotein.com or on Amazon. So the next thing that we're going to do is make the glue that holds the granola bars all together. So I'm going to melt 3 tablespoons of butter first. You could also use coconut oil if you're wanting to keep this vegan. And then we are going to add 2/3 a cup of honey. You could use agave or maple syrup, again, if you're wanting to keep this vegan or just have a different flavor. By the way, I like to use these beeswax wraps. I made this. You can do this pretty easily with beeswax wrap or with beeswax and with pine rosin and some other things, and then just store your food so nicely. You're going to add a little bit of vanilla. Here's a 1/4 cup of light brown sugar. I tossed in some cinnamon because I love cinnamon, and then we're going to add a pinch of salt as well. So I have just boiled that mixture for a minute over medium heat. Brought it up to a boil, cooked it for a minute. Now I'm going to stir that over the oats, really taking care to scrape that pan. I'm going to stir this together. I'm also going to add about a cup of fruit. I have a bunch of cranberries, so I'm adding a cup of cranberries. You could also do, a half a cup of dates and apricots each. Looking for the oats to be nice and coated here. If it gets a little dry, you can add a little bit more of that melted honey or even coconut oil. So now we are just going to take what's in our bowl, put it in, this is an 8x12 cookie sheet. It's actually, I think, a little smaller than that, but it has been greased and then lined with parchment paper so that you get a nice non-stick granola bar at the end, because I've made these before without the parchment paper and they really like to stick to the pan. I'm going to take my rubber scraper here, push it to all areas of the pan, and then you can kind of get this wet. You can do this with your fingertips too, especially if you're cooking with a kid. We know they love to be messy. And then just looking to flatten this out before we throw it in the oven. So we've finished smoothing this out, and I'm going to throw it in the oven. Again, gas convection, so I'm going to do about 20 minutes at 275. In an electric oven, I would say probably check it after 25 minutes at 300 degrees. So they have been cooking now for about 20 minutes. We're going to take them out. Nice and golden. They smell really good. Go ahead and give them just a little bit of a touch test. Obviously, they're going to be a little soft. They just came out of the oven. If they're very soft, put them back in, or if they pull apart too easily, you can put them back in for 3 and 5 minute intervals. But otherwise, of course, they will harden as they cool, which might take 2, maybe even 3 hours before you can cut these up and enjoy. Thank you so much for watching.